No. Good morning, everyone. Good. How are you all? Fine. Yesterday class, we discussed JWT. We have discussed different types of authentication. There are different types of authentication and authorization. We discussed yesterday what is authentication and what is authorization. For example, if I open Amazon, imagine I am not logged in. Imagine I am not logged into the Amazon. Can I buy any product, ma? Can I buy any product without logging in? No. No, na? You have to, after the add to cart or after this something, yeah, it will say it like buy. For that, you have to put it into account, na? You need account login. So it is verifying who are you. Okay. You are something Prasad. Then Prasad clicked add to cart. Prasad clicked the buy now. Prasad enter the address. Prasad bought this item. Something an idea. Who you are, it is checking. This is called authentication. What is it called? Authentication. But sir, now Prasad is checking this item. He wants to buy. Can Prasad delete this item from Amazon? Is Prasad allowed to delete this item from Amazon, sir? No. Why? Because Prasad is not the seller. Prasad is a buyer. Buyer can see and can only, can see and can only buy. Seller can upload it and can delete it because it is seller point, isn't it? Are you all getting my point, ma? That is called authorization. Authorization tells you what you can do. You are Prasad. तो तुमको क्या परमिशंस है करने का? You can do read, you can do update, you cannot do delete. Like that, some kind of things, whatever are available for you, permissions, those are called, that is called authorization, like a role based one, isn't it? Now next, after this, we started discussing different types of authentications. There are different types of authentication, like cookie based authentication. Hey, what is this? Learning the quadratic equations, whatever. Now, there is something called cookie based authentication. In cookie based authentication, users send credential to the server. Server store cookie, whatever the associated with the user to the DB, and server also give some cookie to the user. User will store that cookie, and next time onwards, whenever server client is requesting something, we will put that cookie in the header. Okay, so that people will understand it, like that server will understand, oh, this is the person, this cookie guy. The next way, there is something called basic password authentication. This is the classic and very simple one. There is no point in it. People will give email password, and that email password will go. Okay, and whatever the it will store, and next time whenever you are logging again, it will take email password. It will check that. Okay, this is a classic one. But this is old. People don't use it because it's not pure secured. Then people will do JWT. in JWT, what will happen? It will take the flow. In JWT stands for JSON Web Tokens. What is it stands for? JSON Web Tokens. JWT contains three parts. How many parts? Three parts. One part is called header. Header contains metadata. The metadata is like the type, the JWT, and the algorithm it is using, HS256. And then next, it contains the uh, middle payload. Payload is the data which you are sending it to the user. Okay. And it contains when it will be expired, it will contains your email, it will contains your user ID. Then main thing of your particular JWT is signature. In this signature, you will put some kind of thing like base 64 header or base 64 payload, your secret key, all things will be there. Now, this JWT tokens will be kind of bit, you know, big usually. They were kind of big. For example, if I go to some websites, if I go to the websites like uh, Netflix, Netflix is using cookies one. Uh, Amazon, which one is using it? I think GitHub is using it. If you go here, network, why it is? Sign in, network. No, why it is not sending it the request to here? It's not showing it. Well, most of the websites do it. Anyway, now this JWT, how it will work is client when they are logging, they will send the username and password. They will validate whether the username password are correct or not. After validation, server will create one JWT token. After creating, the server will send that particular JWT token. Okay. And that JWT token will store in client, and the client again send it back the token whenever it is requesting something. For example, if it is requesting give me user details, give me dashboard details or something, and then it will check it whether that particular signature in that particular one is correct or not, and based on that it will give the data. When it is generating the JWT, it will follow it like two things. It will take your header and payload, and it will use that signature key and that secret key, whatever you want, and it will fit. Same way, when you are very particular secret key, it will come back the header and payload. Any doubts here till now? Online, anyone have any questions, till now? Online, does anyone have any questions? No. Let's start, sir. Did you all remember our API applications? Backend. No. You all remembered, sir? Backend. What is the first thing you will start, sir, when you start a folder? You put here something called server.js. What you will put, ma? उसके बाद go to that particular folder, cd, express.js, cd code, cd, jwt. JWT comes under middleware. JWT is checking. Middleware you will write. Auth is a middleware. You are getting my point, ma? JWT is like a token. How I am telling it. You go to one restaurant, right? In restaurant, you are the person who eat the food. Chef is the person who prepares the food. Do you directly go them? Middle one person will be there, na? Right or not? Who will check whether you paid or not? Are you all getting, sir? That middle guy is middleware. But how he will check, sir? When you pay, you will get one token. And that guy will check that you have the token or not. Token is a proof that guy is the middleware. The token is the JWT. It's not a middleware. Are you getting my point, ma? Online Vamsi there. Now, let's start here. npm install .env express mongoose bcrypt bcrypt js json web tokens. I'm installing 5 packages. How many packages, sir? 5 packages. What are they? .env for dot environment variables, express.js for writing for creating the express.js framework, mongoose for connecting the mongodb, bcrypt.js for hashing of my password. If someone put password prasad, I will not store prasad. I will store some kind of random string instead of prasad. I have to crypt this. Okay, for hashing the password. JSON web token to generate the tokens. Total 5 packages I'm installing it. Any doubts? 5 or 5 libraries. Online, any doubts, sir? हाँ? क्या हुआ? .env not found. Double T, double T. No. quickly. First, db config.js. Connect the db. How do you connect the db, sir? Import. Sir, these things we did already before. You all remembered, sir? Sir, tell what is bcrypt. I will tell when we come to that. Don't worry. I installed bcrypt.js. Just remember, I installed one thing called bcrypt.js. When I come to that, I will tell you. Don't worry. Now here, import mongoose from mongoose, and here, uh, const export const connect db equals to async, and here we are gonna connect it. How do you connect it, sir? Try catch error. If any error happens, console.log connection failed to MongoDB, comma error process dot exit one, and const connection is equals to await mongoose dot connection. Now, which one you have to connect? I have to connect process dot env dot mongo URI. If I go here, I will create it here dot env mongo URI is equals to paste it here. 5173. Also, I will put it here JWT secret key. I can put anything. My secret key 143. You can put anything. Use on that only. It will be done. In which places we use semicolon? This is JavaScript. You don't need to use any place semicolon. JavaScript have auto colon insertion. If you don't put it also automatically it will be done. The problem with the semicolon here is understand this logic. If you are, for example, I am writing two statements. If I'm writing it here I will write it here console.log MongoDB is connected successfully. If I write it like this, now this connected successfully, if I'm writing it in the same line, imagine I am writing both in the same line, this and this in the same line. Is it good, sir? Why two statements are there? When two statements are in the same line, semicolon is mandatory. But if you are writing in different lines, you don't need to write semicolon. Automatically colon will be inserted. Clear my online, Abhishek. Please ask it every questions. Now, any doubts in this? Even in your application, like previous application API, also I connected the MongoDB like this only. First config to connect the MongoDB. Then next models. Online, anyone have any doubts? No doubts. Next. Next one. Models. Product model. .js. I will just go to my previous application. In this, I already write product model. I will copy this. This is my product model. If you wanna give here something, you can even write it like this. What does it mean, What does it mean by this? It means this particular ID is required. And also, I can also say, what does this mean? This particular ID should be unique. Like when you are defining the particular model, you can even give some kind of, values like this. Required one, unique one, kind of whatever the keys are there, all keys you can provide. Now, this model is used to connect. You created one schema for products, and this products is from the collection products, and this particular one will connected to the MongoDB of specific URI, whatever you gave it here. So next time onwards, whenever you are adding a product, deleting a product, doing any kind of operations on the product, you will do it with product. Any doubts, ma online? No. I'm creating another one called user model. .js. What is this user model? I have to store username, password, na? Now change over. Earlier, our application is not having users, but now you have to store the users also. Okay, you have to check whether that guy is logged in user or not. Okay, then to check the users, import mongoose, import bcrypt from bcrypt.js, const user schema is equals to new mongoose dot schema. Let's write it one by one by one. Name, type, string. You can even write it here. Require, row, email, type, string, required, row, Password type string required true role type string enum. I can put here user comma admin. Email can have number also, then is it okay to give only string? Email, how it will be number, Ray? Is bcrypt is used for encrypting username and password. Bcrypt is used for hashing the password. Before storing the password, you will hash the password. I will tell you. Okay. And email will not have number. Who told email will have number? You are giving it like in front end, people will give e-name or number. But backend will receive whatever the backend receives. Backend verify whether you are receiving string if it is a email, and a number it is a phone number. It will may store them differently. It will not store it in one point. Okay. Second, what is enum? Enum is a special data type. Do you guys know type data type named enum? Enum is a data type which is given for constant values, which is giving for constant values. For example, I have a user role. User can be like roles. Role can be user or role can be admin. Any one only, na? Like you are doing school management. Students will be there, teachers will be there, faculty will be there, or some kind of parents will be there. Only four logins are there, right? Are you getting, sir? So those kind of constant values, we will give it here a data type called enum. Okay. Now next. But this is user schema. This user schema is storing the password directly. I don't want it to store it password directly. So I will write it here. User schema dot pre. It defines a pre-hook for the model. Pre-hook means before that particular model is constructed, before that particular model is ready, before that particular schema is started to work, you want to do something. What you want to do? If you see here, you can give for pre one, you can give some method. What is the method name? Save. Before saving, do you want to do anything? Yes. Before saving, I wanted to hash my password. Before saving, I wanted to hash my password. So, how do you do it here? You can do so many things, but I'm doing it like save. Before saving, let's do it like an asynchronous function. Now, in this asynchronous function, if there is no, if is modified, if password is already modified, sir, if password is already modified, sir, then just return. Okay. Return the next value. So automatically it will go to the next. Function will receive the next. Return next. What if, sir, password is not modified? You modified the password. This dot password is equals to await dot decrypt, sorry, await decrypt dot hash, whatever the password you are giving it here, and give it here some kind of salt is a length to generate some kind of 16 digit character, or some kind of 20 digit character, 30 digit of character, it will be generated. Okay, that's it. Next. Online, is it clear, ma? What does it mean by this? This means in this current one. Okay, not means false. If this password is modified or not, we are just checking. If it is modified, okay, if it is kind of a true, then we will go to the next one. Not, it will go. Now next here, if username, like for example, imagine later someone give one password. I want to check that password, is it correct or not, na? User will never enter the hashed password. User enters normal password. You want to check the hash password. Okay. For checking the password, you will write it here, comparing the password method. Compare password method. For comparing password method, you will write it here. Same logic. User schema dot methods dot dot methods means you can add your own schema. You can add your own method, which is like match password. I am adding my own password. Now here, pwd, whatever the entered password, whatever the user entered password is there, then I will check it here. Return. This is a synchronous function. Return await this dot uh, bcrypt dot compare entered password with my current password. All things were done, just export it. Export const user is equals to mongoose dot model users comma user schema. Anyone have any doubt? No. Next one, sir. After this, now we will create one simple utils. In this, I will create it here. Something like generate token You can even actually do it here directly in the file only, but I'm just creating it like just for JWT generating token. I'm creating a separate file. Import JWT from JSON web token. Next here, export const generate token equals to now. Let's enter here. People will give some user ID. Based on the user ID they gave, I will generate it here. Return JWT dot sign. This sign will take the payload and it will take the secret key and it will take the algorithms. If you are changing any algorithm, automatically it will return the token, sir. So I am giving it here two things. One is my details, which is like payload is ID user dot ID, and here directly give user ID. I'm passing it now. You can even give email. No, I'm passing only user ID. And then here secret key process dot env dot jwt secret key, comma process dot env dot jwt secret key. If you want to give any options, you can give it here, sir. I'm giving it another option, which is like expires in something called 7 days. Explain line number 24. Explain the flow once. You did not complete everything to compare the flow. First point. Second, someone asked it like, what is this compare method? Dekho, you are giving me password Prasad. This Prasad, I have to store something, na? You give email ID a@a.com and you gave password Prasad. But in DB, you know what I'm storing? In database, I'm storing a@a.com and something 1 x y z 2 a b. Is it your password, sir? No, your password is Prasad, but I stored it something different things. Some kind of 16 digits I will store. Right or not? For storing is okay, for saving is okay. But next time you will log in. Na? When you are logging, will you enter this password or Prasad? When you are logging in, will you enter Prasad or the hashed password, sir? Huh? Prasad only na, because you don't know hashing na. User का मालूम भी नहीं hashing कैसा करता. User will enter Prasad only because when he is registering also he gave Prasad only. So when user enter Prasad, I will compare this. I will take whatever the user given password and I will compare that password with the my current password which is stored in the DB. Is it clear ma online now at least? Any other questions you can ask? I created here one token, sir. Your token contains three parts. How many parts? Everyone see how many parts I have. One is payload, another one is secret key here, another one here expiry thing, and it will create the signature. Based on that only, it will create the signature and it will start doing it. Okay, your secret key is in the environment variables. Next, after this, I will write it here. Controllers. I will write it here. Auth controller. Auth controller .js. I will also need middleware, which is auth middleware .js. Is secret key I give anything? You give anything. कुछ नहीं होता. I gave my secret key as something. My secret key 143. You gave it whatever you like. Based on that, it will. If people knows your secret key, they can decrypt it. Based on this only, you are doing it. Like yesterday, I told you. Like when I'm doing it, one string into another string, I showed you some kind of pattern. Okay, like adding one kind of letter, adding, removing, subtracting two. If they know that, they can decode, but if they, no one will know that because it's in environment variables. Now here in controller, sir, import user uh, user slash user model. क्या हुआ रे इधर? एक्सपोर्टेड कर दिया ना? Then why it is not showing in import suggestions? It should show whatever. Now also I will import generate token. Why it is not showing any suggestions? Generate. Normally it will show suggestions, sir. From uh, utils slash generate token.js. Correct only. Now control is for the logic, the business logic. People will write it. For example, if someone is registering it, export const register the user. If someone is registering it, automatically they will receive request and response, request comma response, and based on that you will go here. Online you can mention every single doubt you have. JSON file type is equals to model. Huh? I- it's not like model is something created by schema from the MongoDB or kind of, the MySQL or whatever the things you have. Now, first one, sir, when user will give name, email, password. User will give name, email, password, role. All they will pass from the body. User will pass name, email, password, and the body, sir, in the body. Maybe role you can give an exemption. You can give it like role can be, you know, required. You can give an optional one. It's an optional one. So you can give it here. What if, sir, name is not there? What if email is not there? What if password is not there? In that time, I don't even to check anything. I will directly send it in a response. What kind of response you will send? It's a return response dot status, some kind of 401 dot JSON message name or name, email, name or email or password is not provided. If they are not there, I will just send some kind of message, sir. Okay, we did this before also. Now next, else. What if the user existed? Then I will check it here. Uh, const token is equals to generate token. No, 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 no. Before that, I have to verify na. Dekho, someone is registering it. What if that guy is already there in our system? Okay, I have to check it like already you are there. You should log in. Okay, in that case, I will check it like const verify is equals to. Arre, verify is equals to await user dot find email with this provided email. So now when you do this, sir, automatically it will send the request and it will give you, sir. Okay, no. If the user is already existed, then if verify is already existed, then we will say it like return response dot status again 401 dot JSON message your email is already exists. Please log in. Whatever the response you are giving it, front end people will just show that response only. Okay. In the worst case possibilities, if that user is not registered, if the user is not registered and not there, then you will start here. You will create the user. Const user is equals to await user dot create. I will create the user You can write it here user dot create, or you can even write it here user dot insert one. Why it is not showing? User is not able to get these things, but actually it will work. User dot even do create directly, or you can do it like something, you know, what you can directly give create, or you can give it like insert one. Basically, insert one or insert many is also same thing. Now here I am just creating it. Name is name, email is email, and password is password. Okay. Now, next, after doing it, when user is created, sir, MongoDB, whenever you created a user, automatically MongoDB will created an ID that is called underscore ID, if anyone remember. Okay. Using that underscore ID, I will create one token. Const token is equals to generate token. For this generate token, I will give user dot underscore ID. For this user underscore ID is done, then I will return response dot status 201 successfully created JSON. Then I will return the JSON message user created successfully. User created successfully, comma, details. Details are you are sending it here ID underscore ID user dot underscore ID. You will send the name, you will send the email, you will send the uh, uh, token. If anyone registered, sir, they will get this. See this flow. Online, anyone have any doubt in the flow? Online, anyone have any doubt in the flow? So whenever user is registering, I am checking that token. Na? So I'm creating that token. Na? So I am passing that user ka ID. I am giving that user ka ID to this particular helper one, and that helper one will create it one ID. That ID will come here, and that ID that token I'm storing it, and token I'm sending it. Online, anyone have any questions, sir? What if, sir, someone is not registering, someone is logging in? Export const login user is equals to again async request comma request comma response. Now, whenever someone is doing it like a request, first I will take what the user will give. User will give email comma password only. When they are registering, they will give name also. But when you are logging in, they will not give name. They will give only email and password. Whatever they are giving it, I will just take them. First, I will verify whether they are existed or not. const check, okay, is equals to await user dot find 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 email. Sir, if you are logging in, that means email should be there, na? Right or not? What if email is not there? Then it is wrong. If check is not there, check is not true, then in that case I will return response dot send some kind of 401. I will send it here, not send status. I will write it here dot JSON user not existed or email not existed. Or else if check is true and if check is true and, and I'm going to write it here and interesting await user dot match password. Sir, if you remember, I write it for user one nice function called match password. I only write it. So if user dot you have to import this user. So I already did user dot match password. This dot password. Sir, if user email existed and user password is matching with the hashed password, used password is matching with the hashed password. In that case, then I will go here. This response to- In that case, I will send it here. Return response dot JSON. I'm gonna send it here. ID underscore ID name user dot name or whatever the check you got it here in the check dot name email check dot password. I don't send a password no one will send it. I will send it token, which is nothing but generate token token check dot underscore ID. If someone is already existed for them, I'm sending it back ID, I'm sending name, I'm sending email, I'm sending the token. If someone is logging in also, they will get the token. Someone is signing it up also, they will get the token. Those tokens, people will store it, sir. Simple. Online, anyone have any doubts? Online, anyone have any doubts? Till now, are everyone clear, ma? Tomorrow, I will just put the middleware and I will just show you. Tomorrow, we will also discuss GitHub, Docker, and Kubernetes. I will just give you a glance. Okay. Then day after tomorrow, we will do system design, how the big application works, and what are the other topics such as load balancing or some kind of other topics. Those topics also I will give you a glance what is what. Then we'll start our project. Okay. Is it clear, ma, online? Yeah. Yes. Good. That's it for today. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. You can take the code from GitHub. Yeah. How many days to complete? Max 1 week. It's like over. All the topics are over. Tomorrow I have to do the GitHub and all. Topics of backend will be over, sir. I have to give some kind of advanced topics like something WebSockets or something like product. What is product? Even route products. That is what the middleware. That is what the middleware production project. Project we will do. That's what topics were over. Project is there. I have to before project. I have to explain you some other topics now. Some advanced things we will discuss. Then after that all advanced one we will do project and we'll leave. That's it. हो गया most.